broaden the narrative further, another person gave us a tip and said, hey, did you know that there's literally someone who works at Caldera Engineering?
Okay, so this is just, something I've been doing for the last 3 or 4 days with Candace and her wild conspiracy theories. I've been recording live commentary and chats in her comment section live. But this time I'm doing it live. Usually I just like record it, screen record it, and then post it up. We're gonna do it live. So that's what we're doing. Let's tune in. She's been in this live stream for 32 minutes. So God.
Israel. I don't know what projects they worked on. We weren't able to corroborate currently that individual is still working with the company. We don't know if this was accidental. Sometimes the internet can do some funny things and scrape and put information where it doesn't belong. This particular individual has a very long background in engineering in Israel. Maybe it's because they work together. And that's the internet thought that this person was the founder and the individual was not. But it's piquing our interest now. We are confused, I would say, at best, about this company, because when we wanted to go back and just determine who the founders were.
Yeah, I'm sending comments live.
Just our bad luck. A company was established in 1997, so you won't be able to get those formation LLC docs. You can find LLC docs in general, but they didn't start digitizing those until the early 2000s, so you're not going to get anything where you're going to be able to see the actual formation docs. You can see changes they made in the early 2000s. You can see who the manager or the president, all of that stuff we found. But I would love to find those base formation docs. And in order to get them, you have to go in person somewhere. And I am certain I'm not going to be able to get my hands on that. Something else that was really interesting as I was looking into Caldera Engineering was that they opted to, in their very early years of their company, use a lawyer for trademark purposes down in Arizona, right? And I'm looking at these early documents and I'm like, wait a second. I know this lawyer. This lawyer was introduced to me by Tyler Boyer, Turning Point USA. I've worked with this lawyer. I paid this lawyer. This is crazy. So what is the pipeline between Utah and Phoenix? I don't know. You can use a lawyer anywhere, but when you're formulating your company, maybe it was a friend. I don't know. But I now have a ton of questions about Caldera Engineering. So if you have any information, or you're able to find anything about them, or maybe you are an engineer and you're like, I've been buying their valves actually for 20 years.
What?
Actually, and they're fantastic. They work great. I'd like to hear from you. Again, more tips at CandaceOwens.com. All right, you guys, I'm going to throw it to some sponsors. First and foremost, Preborn. You guys know I love them because I have watched too many people who I'm close to be vilified for standing up for truth. And many people have felt the sting of injustice for that. But I've also realized that people are feeling encouraged and are done with playing defense.
How are you vetting your tips?
What we believe needs to be watered down in order for it to be palatable, because silence isn't kindness, of course, it's consent. And right now, the greatest silence is around the lives being ended before they even take their first breath. If we're going to call ourselves defenders of life, we should act like it. And that's why I'm asking you to join me to fight back with action, with truth, with love. Just $28. That is what it will cost to give a free ultrasound to a woman that is in crisis and considering an abortion. Just $28 will help her see the light that's growing inside of her. It'll give her truth that the culture will not provide. So you shouldn't sit this one out. Don't wait for permission. You can be bold. You can be unapologetically pro-life by going to preborn.org/Candace right now. Give $28, or you can give 10 times that amount if you can, because this is a line that we need to stand on. We must stand for truth and what is right. We must save lives from abortion and
Okay, I'm muting her because she's just doing her sponsors and stuff. But I'm sending her comments in real time here because she's just coming up with nonsense out of nowhere. It makes no sense. She's still talking about her sponsors. Now she's bringing up something called Caldera Engineering. She's about to cause this company to lose money because of a valve. Are you serious?
Homeowner, I want you to call my friends over at American Financing. Right now, interest rates have dropped. Many homeowners are...
She don't have a problem giving out her sponsorships, though. How is this helping to solve anything regarding Charlie Kirk's murder? And you're sitting here spilling out your sponsors all over the place.
Budget under control. Their salary-based mortgage consultants.
Unbelievable. Sponsors in. I don't even care if she has sponsors, but
795-1210.
How does this help solve anything?
Financing.net/Owens. Also, something that me and my team love and are always craving are Paleo Valley beef sticks.
Oh my God. I'm asking, has she spoken with Erica Kirk? Someone keeps putting my damn thing in slow-mo.
Working late or running around with the kids, these sticks deliver.
Yeah, I could care less about her sponsors.
In beef sticks sold, Paleo Valley is trusted.
Oh, Jesus.
Your first order by visiting paleovalley.com.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't really want to put her sponsorships in my videos.
All right, a couple of updates for you. We are getting all of your emails, and I want to tell you we're working on everything. Okay.
How are you vetting your tips?
That never stops. Like just trains that are slowly moving as we get answers. And like I said, even that I've been sitting on for a while. I'm waiting for people to react, see what people say, because I need to know who's guilty of what. I don't know, but I need to watch people lie. Now, one area of conversation that I haven't said much about, but I want you to know we are still working on it, are the two planes that day, right? One of them being the plane that people have recognized is military. That's tail number N1098L. So this plane left from Texas, went over to Utah right about the time that Charlie got assassinated. It dipped real low. It seemed like who knows what this plane was being sent there for, but the fact that this plane had been used in the military rightfully alerted people to the fact that they may have had some knowledge. This plane may have had some knowledge of what was going to occur. But one thing I want to clarify for you is that plane was being contracted. You guys noticed that it was owned by LaSalle Aviation LLC. We are awaiting more information.
Oh my gosh, she's putting these companies out here like this.
You recognize that. It is strange. It did happen. There's no question. I've been saying from the beginning, this was a military operation. It's very obvious. The more you peel back the onion, it is very obvious that this was a military operation. So it's fitting that you would have a plane that the military certainly uses. Who would contract that sort of plane?
Which branch of military?
Easy question for Kash Patel to answer.
No,
Kash Patel, most transparent ever, except when it comes to
Kash Patel's Department of Justice, FBI, right? You're talking about the military.
Knowledge of who contracted this plane. The answer, if you're being transparent, is going to be like, oh, just a coincidence. You know, just a coincidence. Somebody decided to take a vacation flight from Texas over Utah to do a little circle and return back home. It happens all the time. You know, when you're bored and you just have an unbelievable amount of money, that's what you do. We're not going to get those answers from Kash Patel about that plane. We're not even getting straight answers about the other plane. That's the plane where Derek Maxfield, his wife Shalane Maxfield, they sold some beauty company for billions, I believe, and they now just run a human sex trafficking organization in Utah. That was that plane. I can't remember. 888 is what I actually remember. And it seemed as though that plane left. It went to Page, Arizona, and it appeared that the ADS-B transponder turned off. Now, what Kash Patel told us is different from what Derek Maxfield told us. Derek Maxfield on Instagram clarified that the air traffic control center was in agreement with them that they could stop transponding.
What branch of military?
Kash Patel says that plane never stopped transponding. So I don't know what the truth is, and I'm not even pretending that we're ever going to get the truth. What I can tell you is that the investigation that we have been privately conducting has led to more questions than answers. Obviously, multiple pilots, people that work at these airports, people who are invested in this story have reached out, and I'm grateful for that. Multiple people have confirmed that this plane was a little bit weird that day. It was
You're not
supposed to
saying
land in Page, Arizona, in Millionaire FBO. Last second, it made a change. Just so you guys know, an
oh my
FBO is just a
God.
private terminal. So if you're in a public airport, you go to Terminal 7. If you're flying private, you go to FBO, and it has a name. So that
What
plane was
airport did it
supposed
come
to
from?
land into an FBO called Millionaire. Last second, I mean last second, that plane decided to change and say, we are going to instead land into Signature, a different FBO. Apparently it landed into Signature. That's certainly what we were told. But there's something off about that, because when people are trying to look into it, somebody at that FBO at first said, oh, yes, you've made multiple trips in the last couple of days. And then that person said, I don't know what you're talking about. No plane ever landed here.
Well, they would have cameras to show that.
Multiple people have confirmed this for me, that there's something very unusual about this flight. They are guarding information about this flight. That doesn't make sense to me. I don't like that we've got feds guarding like FBO information. We've got feds guarding Dairy Queens. I don't know.
You're
Do you need
civilian.
your ice cream
What?
guarded? What is going on? Like, guys, you gotta just give up. It's gonna come out. Whatever it is gonna come out. You would have to, and I wouldn't put it past you, you'd have to get rid of all of us. You got like 7 billion people you've got to ethnically cleanse right now. If you want us to just forget about the Charlie Kirk story, it's no one's forgetting it, okay? Not the ballistics guys on YouTube that we're all listening to. And no one's gonna let this one go, because, and by the way, that's your fault. I don't know whose sadistic idea it was to make this a public execution, but let me tell you where you made the mistake. Okay.
How you doing?
In 1963, when JFK was shot,
oh Lord, here we go.
People didn't watch it on TikTok. People mostly read about it.
This
and
is
then
her
the
live
lied
stream.
about it. They heard about it.
She's live
but
right
to
now.
be able to have us watch that
Amen.
live around the world, you traumatized all of us, and not in the way that you meant to. You meant to traumatize us,
people,
and maybe they make us fearful and scared. And yeah, that happened. Then you made us really angry that corruption is allowed to be like this, just so blatant and so in our face, looking at us as if we're nothing. And what are you going to do about it? That's the attitude. What are you going to do about it? You wanted to traumatize us, and then to, on a dime, flip and look us in the face and go, how dare you ask questions?
You're asking dumb questions.
Yeah, we're grieving because you assassinated Charlie Kirk in front of the entire world. If you had pretended he slipped and fell on some ice in the winter, maybe you wouldn't have this response. But you got our attention because you went after our attention. You wanted this for whatever sadistic reason. You wanted this to be a public execution, and that disturbs me. So you get what you get, okay? This is the internet generation. You get TikTokers that are asking questions. You get our military guys. You get our ballistic boys. You get the TikTok medium psychic ladies. You get everybody. All of us are here, okay?
Huh?
It's like a high school class. You got all different types of characters here, but we're running this.
Why don't you have Erica Kirk on your channel?
And we're not going to be nice to any substitute teachers that you try to throw in there and try to calm down. Nope, we're not doing that, okay? We're not calming down.
Exactly.
We're pretty upset, and we're going to stay upset.
This is crazy.
Anyways, I'm going to tell you guys also an update about Josh Hammer, who's an idiot. He really is an idiot. First of all, it's just funny. I should have pulled it up.
No.
He also brought up his book. He issued a statement about the retreat weekend. Josh Hammer just lies through his teeth all the time. And so he was releasing a statement about how wonderful the Hamptons retreat was, and that him and Seth Dillon totally did not press Charlie on anything. And in this public statement, he mentioned his book again. He said, like, I came to the Hamptons because Charlie wanted me to bring signed copies of my book. I mean, wacky. This man... It's always appropriate if you're Josh Hammer to promote your book, which is just amazing. Anyways, his response yesterday to our episode was to release text messages between him and Charlie following the call. Great. It lets us know that the call
Charlie
happened at the
Kirk
exact same
wrote to
time
the
that we
Israeli Prime
figured it would
Minister,
actually
Candace.
happen in our timeline, that had to have been an evening call before he
You
tweeted
can't
public
make this stuff
execution
up.
in this 3-hour window. But
This is
these are the
crazy.
messages. We should read them. Charlie Kirk, thank you for your help, guys. Like totally standard response that you say no matter what. Exclamation
Falling
point.
for this.
And then I assume this is Josh Hammer that replies and says, good luck at the campus visit.
Y'all see a date
start.
on that?
Don't
What's the
hesitate
date?
to let me know, or any of us know,
What's the
how we
date?
can help. What's your first stop tomorrow, by the way?
Hold on.
And
I see
I feel like
Wednesday,
that was
September
weird
10th at the bottom.
because I feel like his whole story was that Charlie was reaching out to him because he wanted help to strengthen his debate. He needed tips on how to, because he just loved Israel so hard that he was
September
like,
10th,
give
last
me
year, this
the
year.
best talking points so I can go out there and I can defend this state. And I know that like a couple hours ago, I was really angry. And I said, I'm done with the pro-Israel lobby, but now I just love you so much that I want to get on the phone with you and have you, who could not beat me in a debate, teach me how to debate. That's what he told us. So we're
Why
supposed
are
to
you
believe
denying
that
the
he didn't
letter,
know where
Candace?
Charlie was debating, but that's how that was what the call was about. I don't know. I feel like you would maybe know, and that may have come up in a call where you were prepping for his debate tomorrow, where exactly
Heifer,
it
you
was
see my comments.
that he was debating tomorrow. I don't know anything other than that Josh Hammer is an idiot who can't be trusted.
You
and
don't
lies
know
to his team.
anything, so you know
I do
nothing.
want to get to, speaking on the topic of Israel, there was a very good video that
Why
came
accuse
out.
the
Actually, let's
military?
first talk about the Israel and Hamas peace deal that they're trying to shove down our throats. Now, if you're reading the headlines, a peace agreement is what we're calling it, has been
military.
reached between Israel and Hamas. Oh my gosh, because they decided that there's going to be phases, and Israel is going to partially withdraw its troops from Gaza,
God,
and
y'all,
Hamas is going to
so
release the
crazy.
remaining hostages. And this is, of course, after everything that happened on October 7th. Don't forget about October 7th. And yeah, like hundreds of thousands of Palestinians are missing. And yeah, they have destroyed 85%
I'm in her comment
of
section.
Gaza.
Yes,
And
I
they're
am.
going to try to tell us that we've reached peace. At the center of it,
She was in love with
Steve
Charlie.
Witkoff and
Thank
Jared
you, Miss
Kushner.
Manny. I
They
said that.
arrived on Wednesday morning to represent the U.S.
He
negotiators
married
from
Erica.
Israel.
She quit and went out on her
Hamas and the
own. I
mediators
figured that
from
much.
Qatar and Egypt and Turkey also participated.
Yes, I'm in her comment
And we're
section.
supposed to go, wow, that's amazing.
She's live right now. If you
Trump
don't pull her video
put a
up,
statement
you'll
out on
see
Truth
my
Social.
comments.
I'm very
going
proud to
quick,
announce that
though.
Israel and Hamas have both signed off on the first phase of our peace plan. This means that
What
all
is
the
wrong with
hostages will be
peace?
released very soon, and Israel will withdraw their troops to an agreed upon line as the first steps towards a strong, durable, and everlasting peace, and all parties will be treated fairly. I can't even finish it because it makes me sick that they think we're this dumb. 85%
They can't wait. They can't have peace
of Gaza
because what?
has been destroyed in this pre-planned, controlled
What does that have to do with Charlie
demolition
Kirk
of
stuff?
Gaza. Bibi Netanyahu is on camera
Yeah,
explicitly
I'm literally
before October 7th saying we need to hit them
commenting
so
in her
hard
chat
that
real
they
time.
can't come back.
I'm not playing.
Jared Kushner is involved in
I
he will
am doing this in
financially
real time.
benefit
She's
from
live.
whatever they build in its place. Again,
See? She's
began
live.
before October 7th, right? So we are supposed to believe that this isn't just, well, business as usual. We got done what we needed to get done, and now we can begin phase 2. But we're supposed to thank them. We're supposed to thank the monsters that did this. You guys have it in your heart to say thank you? Thank you to Jared Kushner and Donald Trump and Bibi Netanyahu, who are just business partners playing a role, convinced that we're all so stupid. I mean, let's roll the clip back from Jared Kushner when he sat down at Harvard, Assad operation.
And yes, I'm sending it on cap.
This is February 15th, 2024. Take a listen.
There are real fears on the part of Arabs, and I'm sure you talk to a lot of them, who think once Gazans leave Gaza, Netanyahu's never going to let them back in.
Maybe, but I'm not sure there's much left of Gaza at this point. So, if you think about even the construct, like, Gaza was not really a historical precedent, right? It was the result of a war, right? You had tribes that were in different places, but then Gaza became a thing. Egypt, used to run it. And then, over time, you had different governments that came in different ways. So you have another war, usually when wars happen, borders are changed historically over time.
Candace is going to end up botching this entire case, and they won't have any suspect because she can't prove that Tyler Robinson did not do it. And now she's insinuating the entire U.S. military, but can't name a branch of military.
Yeah, very valuable to If
I
people
don't care
would
who this
focus on kind
person
of
is.
building up
This is
you know,
crazy.
livelihoods, you think about all the money that's gone into this tunnel network and into all the munitions, if that would have gone into
What branch of
education or
military is
innovation,
responsible?
what could have been done? And so I think that it's a little bit of an unfortunate situation there, but I think from Israel's perspective, I would do my best to move the people out and then clean it up. But I don't think that Israel has stated that they don't want the people to move back there afterwards.
And Trump wants a Nobel Peace Prize, by the way, for the planned ethnic cleansing so that they could profit on the land and turn it into a beach town. So let me say
Every
this.
military member
is
and veteran
ours,
should
never
be
again.
insulted
Okay?
at
This
Candace's
is a Holocaust.
insinuation.
A Holocaust just happened. A real Holocaust just happened. We will never forget this. You need to tell your children what happened in Gaza. You need to tell them exactly who did it, exactly
Can you tell
whose
us what
families
evidence
were
you
involved
have
in
to
this.
blame the military?
And when you hear in the future somebody tell you, like,
Oh,
we're
this is
going to Gaza
crazy.
Beach for a vacation, you need to look at them
Hey, Tia Orca.
like they are the absolute
She's giving the
vermin
defense
of
excuse.
our
She needs to
society
shut up.
because they
Exactly.
are. They are.
It's crazy work.
Their children will be cursed.
The something
okay?
my channel. I know, right?
You go and you play in the
You and me
sand
both,
where
Miss
you
Mandy.
know that your forefathers planned to
Crazy.
mass murder children. You will be
Right.
cursed. Every person who steps foot on that, every family that is set to inherit what they did, they will be cursed. Your children's children will be cursed.
Name the scripture.
Gaza belongs to nobody but the Palestinians.
Wait a
So when
minute.
you begin to move
Did she quote
the
a scripture?
Israelis in there,
Who's gonna be
and when the
cursed?
Trump hotel gets built on there, I caution the rest of the world to stay far away from that cursed land because something is coming. You can't commit that much evil in broad daylight and not think it's going to come back to haunt you. Anyways, God bless. May he get his Nobel Peace Prize. Sticking with that point, obviously I was
Why would you
looking
say that?
to see what people thought about the text messages, and it was really funny. I came across a clip of Matt Walsh, who I adore. It's very funny. And he was saying about the Charlie Kirk messages, he actually thought they were fake because he said he couldn't believe the sentence that felt too on the nose. He's like, I genuinely thought that there's no way Charlie would ever leave the pro-Israel lobby. First and foremost, his support for Israel, he loved it so much. So it's like, you must have done a lot to make him actually write that statement, which felt too on the nose to Matt Walsh in that text message.
Which branch
I have
of
no choice but to
military are
lead the
you
pro-Israel
shooting a
cause.
civilian?
And anyways, he gave some very sage advice, which is not going to be heeded by the Josh Hammers of the world, about what that really
Y'all,
means.
this is
That
crazy. She is
your
awful.
behavior pushed even Charlie Kirk away. Take a listen to what Matt Walsh had to say.
And at some point, if you're on the pro-Israel side, you really need to be honest with yourself.
I'm starting to lose
and
respect.
engage
A
in
lot
some
of
actual
respect.
honest self-reflection
I can't take
and
it serious
self-analysis.
at this point.
You
Manny.
really do. Because you're losing the argument.
Hey, let me tell you something. Candace Owens is insinuating that the U.S. military is involved in Charlie Kirk's shooting. She can't say what branch. She can't say anything about the plane, what airport it came from, who was the pilot, none of that. She is literally making insinuations. It's like she's throwing spaghetti at the wall, and then whomever responds is what she goes with.
Never too
Unbelievable.
late to say Kanye was right.
Oh,
Never too late. And I'd like to say that Kanye was right. It's behavior. It's how they treat people.
you're blaming the military.
It's statements like that, like just pretending like we're just making things better when we
Keeps
do
trying to
ethnic
link
cleansing.
this
That
to
was
Israel.
pre-planned. We're just better. We should get a peace prize. It's coming to an end. You can feel it.
Why don't you
Like I
have
said,
Erica
unless they've
Kirk
got
on
a
your
plan,
show?
and maybe they do, to kill 7 billion people, our memory will not allow them to just move along from what happened here, a true evil. Anyways, before I get to some of your comments, I see that we are almost up on an hour. Go to some more of our sponsors. Pure Talk,
Why
first
don't you
and
bring
foremost, our
Erica Kirk
society
on your
works
show
because of the
again?
freedoms that are guaranteed by the First Amendment. Everyday Americans
She's
should be
scared of
able to
his
speak
wife.
openly and honestly about family and their traditional values without any retribution. And that is a principle that Pure Talk proudly supports. They sponsor my show, which allows me to stand strong behind the microphone every day and share the truth with you. If you
Samantha, I
want
want
to support
evidence.
brands that
What
defend
evidence do you
freedom
have
and
to
pro-American
insinuate the
values, I
military?
encourage you to switch your wireless service to Pure Talk. You're going to get great 5G coverage on an extremely reliable and secure network. And with plans from just
And when did she stop
$25 a month, you'll
supporting
save
Trump?
a ton of money.
How did this
Pure
go?
Talk
When did she stop supporting Trump? Speaking of that, to your Oracle, I thought she voted for Trump. Keep telling the truth, Candace. What truth? I just want evidence to support whatever she's saying about the military being involved. What branch of military is involved? Can you start with that? I would love for any of her diehard supporters to answer some basic questions. What branch of military is she insinuating? What evidence do you all have to insinuate the United States military? I'm serious. Manny said, you got to admit, Candace rebranded hard. She went from black girl in Connecticut to Republican Wakanda's least favorite cousin. She like seriously got refuted by Fox News. CIA? Man, she said the U.S. military. So we have what, 4 main branches of military? The Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force. I literally put at least 4 times asked, which branch of military are you insinuating? And they're saying she's telling the truth, but she's not showing any evidence. You're right, Miss Mandy. She's awful. And she seems to be more jealous of Erica Kirk than anything else. Why won't she have Erica Kirk on her show? To all the Candace Owens out there that sit here and worship the ground she walks on, why don't you all ask her, why don't you bring on Erica Kirk on your show? That's all I'm saying. She's still talking about her sponsors. I don't care. Why not invite Erica Kirk on your show? Because she said the only 2 people that can shut her up is Erica Kirk and her husband, George Farmer. So why don't you bring Erica Kirk on her show? I mean, I'm just asking a question here, you know, because that's what she does. Ask questions, not really tell the truth or anything. Because truth comes with documentation and evidence, proof. Why don't she bring on Erica Kirk on her show? That's it. If she truly cares about Charlie Kirk. Because I'm with you, Miss Mandy. She seems to be more jealous. It's like she was in love with Charlie Kirk. And he just didn't pick her. He was not, you know, the Bible says, he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing. She was not that good thing for Charlie Kirk. And he went and married Erica Kirk. So now it's like she's just using this death as an opportunity to try to override and overshadow his own family.
On your mind. Giving you a lot of information. More.
You're not giving information. You're giving your thoughts and opinions on nonsense.
Foremost, we have Petra Lab.
Bring
Candace
Erica
is the
Kirk
real
on your
Liam
show.
Neeson in the movie Taken. Has particular skills like smelling out lies, knows the authorities are not trustworthy, and is determined to find out who betrayed Charlie. Liam would not trust the authorities to find his daughters. Keep going, Candace.
What branch of
you gotta be just
military?
insane to trust the authorities. As soon as somebody says, we're just trusting the authorities, suspect on the list. What do you mean we're trusting the feds? Like, since when are we doing that? Mary Go Wrong writes, that's very funny. Mary Go Wrong. Keep speaking the truth, Candace. Thank you so much. Julie G writes,
what truth?
I've been spending a couple of hours a day defending you on X, and I'm truly honored to have done so. They've gone a little quieter over the last few days. The special bond that you shared with Charlie is evident for all to see in many videos of you both. Truth will prevail. Thank you, Julie, so much. Also, don't waste your time. In case you don't know, there's like military bot farms on X, which sucks, but that is reality.
They seem to be in your chat section too.
So they dominate on X, not so much on Facebook. There's a bit more real people. On Instagram, there's more real people, but they do have bot farms there too. Radical Rat writes, thank you very much for that donation. Hi, American Muslim fan here. In the spirit of friendship between our faiths, here is an excerpt from the Quran about Jesus, who's speaking as a baby to defend Mary's honor, said, I am the servant of God. He has given me the scripture and made me a prophet, and he has made me blessed wherever I am. God is my...
She only reads supers that she likes. She doesn't read anything that's challenging at all.
The tremendous need for...
She doesn't like criticism.
Right now, and I had sort of tweeted a couple of days ago that you can sense a chink in the armor of deception. Like, we're learning a lot about how a lot of money has been put behind these Judeo-Christian programs, which was something that I would speak about with Charlie because he was, in fact, very interested in Catholicism. And so it is interesting to see that. I do think the evangelical community is feeling that. And let me know if you agree that people are starting to wonder, like, why does my pastor?
What
And
if
again,
Erica
it's not
Kirk
every
told
pastor.
you to shut up
It's too
already?
many pastors get up on a stage and preach about Megyn Kelly and Tucker Carlson. That is leading to broader questions.
Would you shut up?
And I think in the end, all of this is good. Like the topic of faith being at the forefront of our minds worldwide is good. A Sisters writes, keep it up, Candace. It's people like you that are the hope for these two little girls in this
What if
picture. God
Erica
bless you and
Kirk
keep
told
you
you to
safe.
shut up?
Praying
Would you
for
shut
you
up?
and your team with love from East Texas. Thank you so much. 8 Birds writes, the more I listen to Candace Owens, the more I want her to be crazy. And the more that people tell me she's crazy, the more I want to listen to her. Thank you so much.
See, she doesn't read any
and-
comments. She doesn't read anything that even remotely sounds like criticism at all.
And are therefore being called crazy. If you read about the history of Sigmund Freud, the book in my book club, if you can't join the book club, that's fine. You should read The Assault on Truth to understand what sorts of lies these people are capable of telling, and why what they do is they always accuse you of being crazy when you find out what they're lying about. They have been doing this for a very long time. Candace, it came from behind. You haven't been investigating on Elon's platform enough. I can tell you definitively that Charlie's shot did not come from behind. I can just, you take that or leave that. You
We
can still
all
go
can
down
see
that
that.
narrative.
fucking
You can
kidding?
think that you saw that.
Candace, you're not saying anything that is new. People were there and they witnessed the shot come from in front of him. They were there in person. Where were you at again?
Smaller gun altogether, which is how these operations have to work. You got to have multiple things going on.
What?
It's designed to drive you crazy. And that is why I'm trying to focus investigations. And, you know, I hope you guys trust me enough to know that I went through great hoops, multiple people. I had to confirm it the right way. And I did not trust the feds. Brennan Gerby writes, I have watched every episode that you have ever done, even before the DW days. You are the best friend anyone could ask for.
Timing me out.
Lucky. Side note, wishing your kids luck when they try to sneak out as teens. They're not getting anything past you. You have not met my daughter. It's unbelievable. That girl had me putting her hair into pigtails the other night because she couldn't go to sleep, and she came downstairs. She said she just wanted to look cute. It's a ridiculous reason. It's a ridiculous reason.
She's a child.
Doesn't make any sense. Nothing she said made sense.
She is a
And
child.
there I was putting her hair into pigtails at 9:00 p.m., well past her bedtime, because she just wanted to look cute. So toddlers have a way of avoiding bedtime, and it's expert.
No, this is something else. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable.
Born Free writes, Candace, I have been a fan since 2018. Finally got my wife on board last year. She's now in your book club and a loyal fan, and we never miss an episode. We love you so much. Christ is King. Tell her.
Will you invite?
Thank you. We're definitely a bit wild in the book club. Book club gets, we go there.
Sure.
We go there for sure. But it's fun. It's very chill, and you know that people are ready because they've read the book. So you're kind of able to push a little bit faster, I would say, on getting people to recognize just how evil things can get. And that's why I say read The Assault on Truth, confront that, and then everything will start to make sense. Because you're going to go, how the hell have our public school systems across the world been telling us that Sigmund Freud was like a wonderful man? Like,
oh my God.
Brittany Schofield.
Who's saying that, Candace?
I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I homeschool our 6 children.
All right, I'm done. All right, y'all. I just to do this. I don't know what else to say. This is something I'm doing now, like, every day now, because you see how her chat goes, right? 90% of the people there, it's like they're just going with it. They believe everything she says, and it's so sad to see. It's sad to see this. I didn't know she stopped supporting Trump. I don't keep up with the politics part of it like that. But with her accusing the military, accusing Israel, accusing a company, some engineer, Phil Lyman, looking for Phil Lyman's mother. I mean, now she's looking for an older gentleman with long hair that can be put up in a ponytail or a man bun. People are being targeted because of Candace. And I'm saying targeted, meaning they're being exposed online. She's asking for videos of people that fit that profile. And for what? It's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. So y'all see, I'm chatting in real time here. She's never going to read a comment that is remotely critical of her or questions her. I'm asking the same thing, Lance. Where is her husband? Didn't she say that her husband and Erica Kirk are the only two people that can tell her to shut up? I literally asked her, if Erica Kirk told you to shut up, would you shut up? Because you can't make this up. Y'all, I just want y'all to see in real time what this heifer is. Like, what she's doing is terrible. And she has no idea they're going to use all these videos against her in court for the Macron case, because what they're doing is building up, character over time. She does the same thing. She goes out, she picks a target, and she repeats all these doubtful comments and accusations until people believe it to be true, and is not held accountable to produce any evidence or proof whatsoever. And guess what you can't do in court? You can't throw around these word salads in court, Candace. Manny said, then when she linked up with Kanye for that little Brexit moment, I said, Lord, they done made the political version of Watch the Throne, but it's Watch the Tone. Oh, Lord, she done. So this is where we are in life. You ever see two people so confident and so wrong at the same time that start doubting, grabbing? Yeah. And her followers aren't asking her anything. They just say, oh, keep going, God protect you. But she just said something about cursing the whole country and didn't quote any scripture. Candace, life and death is in the power of the tongue. Or did you forget that? Or perhaps you're not being taught that in Catholicism. I don't know what the heck this is going on with her. Man, you can't make this up. This is so insane. I had to send out a search party to the posh areas of London to find Mr. Farmer at this rate. Why is he not telling her to shut up yet? Exactly, Francis. Exactly. Oh, man. My blood friend, they posted like she diversity NFT. Man, I don't think she has a sane follower at this point. They're feeding into the frenzy. She can't even say how these so-called tips are being vetted. Nothing. She can't say any of this stuff. It's crazy. No one thought he was shot from behind other than Candace and her Beehive followers. Exactly. Y'all remember the beat theory? Because beehives, and she had a dream. The other night she had a vision. Something happened in her dream. Then she said, so I have to homeschool my children. That's fine. You're a parent. Do what's best for your kids. What does that have to do with Charlie Kirk? Why won't you have Erica Kirk on your show, Candace? She refuses to acknowledge Erica Kirk's presence at this point. And if Erica Kirk were to tell her to shut up, would she shut up? Y'all think she would really shut up if Erica Kirk said, Candace, please shut up? Because that was one of the two people she said would be the only people to tell her to shut up. Y'all really think she would shut up? Candace is awesome. I just want evidence on how she's insinuating the entire United States military. How does that make her awesome by just saying random things? I can be awesome in that as well. So one day I'm going to have a big house and it's going to be a huge mansion. I'm going to have 5 million followers on my YouTube channels, both of them. I don't know if you guys are aware, but secretly I'm like a double agent of some sort. I have all these theories about life because life be lifing, yo. When I look at the clouds, I see elephants. Do you all not find that weird? See, I can say the same dumb shit too. When I breathe, I'm wondering if it's air. Perhaps the government has us in a dome and they're pumping stuff for us to breathe in and we just don't know it yet. Y'all think that's weird? It seems weird, right? We should question if we're living in a dome and if our own government is pumping something in the air and we can't fly away from it. I just maybe when we go to sleep at night, we're not really sleeping. You know what we're doing? We're sleepwalking around a bike trail that is on a honey farm. Because that's where the bees come from. I can say all this nonsense, crackpot type shit as well. I mean, you know, would that make sense? Petra said, I think you have to develop a cult-like following. Probably. Do y'all understand how just ridiculous she sounds 90% of the time? Like, technically that's allowed, but spiritually you've committed a crime. Who said Candace Owens? Because you know black folks say I always act like he in the CIA. It's like she's reading a script. Candace Owens is at this point where it's all about a show for her. She's reading a script. And I think the points where she kind of puts her head down and starts to blink and, you know, and has these long pauses, she doesn't really know what else to say because she's probably gotten off script and they're trying to kind of redirect her back again. You know, she did ask the other day, what's an APB? She had no idea what APB meant, the acronym. Yeah, okay. All right. We're going to go live at 30 and watch a documentary done on her called Becoming Candace, because if she's going to do this on Brigitte Macron, yeah, we can do it on her. You know, Candace Owens, anything you can do, I can do better. Except I don't sit here and insinuate the entire United States military into someone shooting. You have no evidence to support that. The entire U.S. Armed Forces should be insulted right now. But if you respond to her, you're feeding to her BS. That's the worst part about it. The question is, do you respond or not respond if you're the U.S. Armed Forces? Kash Patel should be like, who is Candace Owens? Oh, okay. She's just a blogger. I don't care what she says. She's afraid of Erica. What's going on? B squared. She probably is, because I've asked, why won't you have her on your show? Like 4 or 5 times in her chat. We were live, by the way. We were live. I was watching her show live and chatting in real time. Like I said in my video title. And I said, why don't you have Erica Kirk on your show? You're obsessing over another woman's husband who's not here to defend himself. And yet you won't even invite his wife on your show. It's where is the proof to insinuate the United States Armed Forces? And which branch of military, Candace? I mean, you know, 2 simple questions to me. It seems like she oozes jealousy. Oh my God. Reality check. Yeah. She needs one. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We're hitting up 42 minutes. I just had to do this because I've been doing it like 3 days in a row now. And I just find it to be hilarious. Shout out to Miss Mandy Reacts for coming in to the chat. Miss Mandy, please email me. I would love to catch up to you and make sure you're okay. Pray all is well with you. I mean, for all the Candace Owens, supporters out there, please show me any evidence or proof that the military did something. Because otherwise, we're not getting any evidence on this stuff. It's just a bunch of her theories. Just a bunch of her theories, y'all. All right, we'll be back in 30 because we're watching. We're going to have a watch party on Becoming Candace Owens because it must be done. All right, you guys hit the like button and share this video. And I'm going to be doing this tomorrow again. Or whenever she's live, because this is fun for me. Until the next one, Lady Luck Club out. Deuces.